Yo, it's Bam Memo back with media. So this is why in the Bible it says that most people are lost in lack of knowledge, right? Because at the end of the day, y'all don't see things as, you get caught up in the story, so you get wrapped up in the story, in the illusion, but you don't actually understand what the story was trying to teach you. So remember, every time you hear a mythology or a story or religion or anything, it's trying to teach you the components of you, but it's also teaching you wisdom between the relationship between other people and yourself, between other things and yourself, between, you feel me, the differences between people, between things, the likeness, the awareness, you feel me, all these different things that are involved in a story. So when you're talking about, and we get caught up in the Bible story, and we get caught up in Yehsua or Yehsua, right? Which is a correct translation, Yehsua, not Jesus. Jesus is not real. And that's what y'all got to get out your head, is that whole Jesus thing. They're doing that because the name holds power. So when you say Jesus, Jesus is Zeus. Jesus. So Zeus is a product of a being that's in mythology, but you're talking about the lightning god. Now, he was the king of the gods in Olympus, but that's just another way for you to understand Zeus is not a being that you should be going to and acknowledging the name like that. It's a planet. So what am I saying? That when you go, because Zeus is Jupiter, but when you go into a understanding, instead of outside and trying to rely on everybody else, you go and understand for yourself. You realize that Jesus is Yehsua or Yehsua was telling you about the Christ energy. So he's a Christos. He's part of the Melchizedek line. He's part of the crystallization of energy. When you talk about dielectric pressure, when you're talking about having a certain pressure to create, or condense energy to create crystals. So what am I saying? That you have to understand that the whole purpose of Jesus is for you to learn how to master the chakras. The whole purpose of what he's teaching you is how to master the chakras, how to master the dimensions, how to master the DNA strands. If you don't understand it or get it, then you will start to get caught up into the whole story. Once you're caught up into the story, you're caught up into the illusion of the physical world. So you're always going to be in the lower chakra or the base chakra or the root chakra, because you don't want to allow yourself to create an understanding, so it can become an understanding. You feel me? We ain't gonna talk about overstanding and understanding, stuff like that. First, you have to create an understanding, which is 6. Then you can get the 9. But first you have to create an understanding, because you're at the 3. You're at the root. I ain't pointing at the root, but you get what I'm saying.